So panel 1 is depicting when Alabama was essentially, for the most part, covered by the ocean. And it was a very shallow ocean, and it gave life and harbored creatures such as the Basilosaurus, which is a now extinct animal.
There's a lot that we can accomplish in using this particular depiction. It is a way for us to introduce the idea that life here has a very long history.
Montgomery was either underwater or right at the seashore there. It was just kind of fascinating to let Caleb really run with that. The composition is totally created by him, but it's all fact-based. I mean, there are fossils that were found here, and he incorporated those and kind of brought those to life in panel 1.
This panel depicts the rich history of life as found in Alabama. So we find many critters on this panel from the Cretaceous period. We find critters from the Eocene period as well. This panel is very important because it depicts the rich history in terms of animal and plant life in Alabama. What people may not realize necessarily is that before humans arrived, many animals and plants were already around in Alabama, and it's very important that that important part of Alabama's history is actually displayed in those panels.
Wow, look how much Alabama has changed in this length of time that it used to be an ocean. It was filled with this sea life that they can find in fossilized form today. You go to the University of Alabama and you can see a complete Basilosaurus just hanging from the ceiling. And I wanted the initial panel, just like any good story, it has to grab your attention immediately. And I wanted the people that are looking at it to begin to realize that there are some points in time that you can't have a photograph of. There's some points in time that you need to use your imagination to appreciate and understand. Part of our story is that the land that we inhabit now was once covered by an ocean, inhabited by these giant sea creatures. It's fascinating.
Caleb used real fossils found in the state of Alabama, and one of the two biggest ones is, for example, a mosasaur, which is depicted on the left-hand side, and here we've got a real fossil of a mosasaur, which is an ancient marine reptile living during the Cretaceous period in great parts of Alabama, when Alabama was mostly underwater actually. So to the right of that we have another giant animal, and this animal is actually the state fossil of Alabama, which is an ancient whale. This ancient whale is called Basilosaurus cetoides. At the time it was the main predator living in the oceans in the southern part of Alabama, when that part of Alabama was underwater.
In 1833 they first discovered the Basilosaurus fossil in Clark County. And in 1984, the Basilosaurus fossil was designated as the official state fossil of Alabama.